Hey guys and girls, welcome to another Sunday afternoon chat. Even though I am definitely kind of late on this Sunday afternoon chat. And I've got good news though. I've got some great news about Milburn. Milburn's Lonely Walk, which is really, really hard on Jimmy, I got to admit. But I've got good news on Milburn that you'll like. Some of y'all will get a kick out of this. Got good news on Lucy. Lucy seems to be improving. She's not well. We're hoping to get the vet back out again tomorrow. And we've got a couple other vets we've been working with also. And hopefully we'll get her going. She's eating great. She's looking much better. She seemed to have gained a little bit of weight because she's eating like a pig. And but she's still not walking real good, so I don't know. We think she might have had an injury of some sort. But before I get going, talk to you about Milburn and Lucy, and I'll visit with you a little bit about that. But I want to mention the Catch of the Day, because the Catch of the Day channel on YouTube went over 8,000 subscribers. We started this channel back in April this year. We had our daily devotionals January and February and March over on our Jimmy Houston Outdoors channel. But we started our daily devotionals in April 1. Many of you have not missed a single day all year long. Thank you so much for that. I haven't missed any days either. Actually did one and put it on a couple days early, as a matter of fact. But we might do that again. That worked pretty well. Put that over on our regular channel, and I think it had about 20,000 views over there. 8,000 people. We got about 3,500 to 5,000 views every single day. I read the Catch of the Day daily devotional book, a scripture, a devotional, and a fishing tip for every day. So you will start your day out great. This channel will absolutely change your life. So if you're on Facebook and you're not on Catch of the Day channel on YouTube, get on there and subscribe. If you're on our regular YouTube channel, which about 76, 77,000 of you are on our regular YouTube channel. And if you're not on Catch of the Day, subscribe to it, whether you're a Christian or not, and listen to them for a week or so. See what you think. I promise you, it will absolutely change your life. We're writing another daily devotional now. I like to keep you updated every Sunday where we are. I have 130 days written, 130 days. Didn't write nearly as many this week as I thought I was going to be able to, but we just had golly, we've had such a busy week this week. We've had a busy week. Go over there and subscribe to that Catch of the Day channel if you're not on there already. Let's talk about Lucy and Milburn. We've already talked a little bit about Lucy. She seems to be much, much better. She's not having anything dripping from her nose or her mouth. She's eating like a pig. She's holding grapes and carrots and things in a lot better. So she's still like stove up, like walking. So she's either had some sort of an injury, maybe from running around in the woods or trying to get away from something, or an encounter with another deer or something. You never know. Lots of stuff happened in the woods that we humans never know about. We know about it because it's Lucy, but in normal we wouldn't know. Deer sicknesses and illnesses are real bad in Oklahoma right now. I've got a lot of friends that raise deer. I've got a lot of friends that's got big ranches, and it's really a big problem right now. I've been talking to several of my deer farming friends, veterinarian friends that work on deer, and it's really a problem right now. So it's not anything unusual that we're having here, actually. But anyway, I think Lucy's going to be fine. We're sure hoping so. We couldn't find her this morning. Didn't find her till we got home from church. As soon as we got home from we didn't even stop and have lunch after church, which that's kind of un-Baptist to do that, isn't it? To not go out and have Sunday lunch after church. But we didn't even do that. We pulled by a chicken place and got a couple of chicken strips and some livers and gravy, and that's what we ate them in a truck on the way back home to the ranch. And we got home, and I went walking in the woods and whistling and calling, and pretty soon Lucy came up walking to me and was glad to see me. But it's unusual she's not around in the morning for breakfast, because she loves her breakfast. She really does. Milburn. Okay, you know, we took the long, lonely walk with Milburn. He followed me just like he always does when we go walking in the woods. And you know, I got to admit to something here, guys. You know, when I was fishing tournaments, which I fished them for 54 years, and this is the first year I haven't fished in 54 years, I was walking and running 3 miles a day, and it was nothing to go a mile. We went a little bit of about 1.3 miles when I took Milburn outside the high fence, and it was nothing to do that. I would do 3 miles every day, and here in the mountains, you're going up steep hills and down, so it's a pretty good walk, pretty good run, and I'd combination walk and run it. I've got so out of shape this year because of not fishing tournaments. I couldn't go back and fish a national tournament right now if I wanted to. And if I do decide to go back and fish national tournaments, I'm going to get my little fanny back in shape. I'll guarantee you that. And because I was breathing hard, I'd going up those mountains, and I'm telling you, and I got that brand new Sennheiser mic, or mic we use in producing the television show, and it picks up every little whisper. So I was breathing like, looked like that guy run for president on TV the other day. But anyway, I was just struggling. I'm telling you, I didn't seem like I was, but I listened to that microphone, and I thought, man, I sounded terrible. I was about to die and didn't know it. But anyway, Milburn, put him outside the I-fence. He followed me back to the gate, which really hurt me a lot. It just about killed me, man. I thought, golly, he trusts me so much, and now I'm sort of tricked him into following me, like thinking he's just walking in the woods, and he's having such a great time. And I take him to a beautiful little pond where he can wade in and get water, and then I go back and lock the gate on him and lock him outside. And he would come over and stuck his nose through the fence, and it's kind of like leaving, you know, your kid at the babysitter for the first time, and he's squalling and screaming as you go away to go out and have a nice dinner. And you can't hardly have a dinner thinking about your kid thinks that you've totally left him for the rest of his life. And we haven't left Milburn for the rest of his life at all. He's certainly welcome back after the rut, and we're hoping he comes back after the rut. But Milburn had other ideas. Milburn came back on his own. That's right. We look out the window at daylight and looking around, and we see some orange out there, and Chris said, well, there's Lucy walking right out there. And she said, oh, it might be Milburn. No, surely it's Lucy. And I look out, and it's that bright new orange ribbon that is on Milburn. So Milburn's back home. Milburn's back home. Long story short, too late, isn't it? Milburn's back home. And he's just being a little angel. He's just like being such a good boy. And so I am going to still take him out again. We probably won't make y'all bear with me on that again. I'll do that on my own. And I might just wait a little bit closer to the rut. We'll kind of see how he acts. And Lucy's not feeling real good. We don't want him messing around with her. And but that's not his mother, you know. That's an adopted mother. So we certainly don't want her hurting her. She's in a depleted state right now, and we don't want him hurting her, and certainly don't want him hurting anybody else. But we really don't have any guests coming down here for a while, and so I tell you, I think I will. Excuse me. I think we will. Ooh, that's some of that Monster Orange energy drink. I need a little more energy. Ooh, yeah, I'm really fired up now. But anyway, hopefully that he won't hurt anybody or anything, and I might be able to take him out there when it's a little bit closer to the rut, where he might be having some other things on his mind other than being Jimmy's buddy. But he's my baby. He's my baby. But he's doing really good. Doing really good. Had another great visitor here this week for a couple of days, Scott Martin. That's right, Roland Martin's son, Scott Martin, who is a sensational national tournament fisherman. He's got a great YouTube channel, Scott Martin Fishing, or Scott Martin Outdoors. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but just type in Scott Martin, go to his channel. He's got about over 500,000 people on that YouTube channel. A terrific dynamite fisherman. I've known Scott, obviously, since he was born. He's got a great family, a great Christian young man, and we did a fishing show together this week. And we also did a couple, 2 or 3 YouTube things. So it's gonna be pretty neat. It's gonna be a pretty neat deal. He also brought his mother, Marianne Martin, fished Bassin Gal tournaments for a long time. We knew Marianne before her and Roland ever got married, and consequently later on, 20 some odd years later, divorced. But Marianne came down and got to fish here at the ranch and did a show with her son Scott. He had never done a show with his mama. I told him, I said, I could just kill you, man. What are you talking about? You've never done a show with your mama? And they caught a lot of fish. They had a lot of fun. But Scott and I did some fishing, and he was trying to teach me a little bit of some of his little tricks that he's learned with a live scope. He's been fishing Garmin live scope since day one, since the very first one that they ever produced. And he knows a little bit more about it than most people. He changed some of the things that I was doing on my unit. Josh Jones, my buddy, has pretty much taught me how sensational young crappie fisherman and bass fisherman, and biggest fish he caught this year with using that was 12.2. We caught another one, 11.78 here at Arbuckle Lake, and I don't know how many over 8 pounds and 9 pounds and 10 pounds, but a lot of big fish using that live scope. But Scott taught me some things on that live scope that really helped me, and I'm going to pass that information on to my buddy Josh. I don't know, he probably said, I already tried that, Jimmy, it didn't work. But so I've had a little good education this week on the live scope. We did a YouTube video on that. It will be on this channel here on Jimmy Houston Outdoors. Scott will also put it up on his Scott Martin channel, so you'll be able to see it on both channels there. And I'm sure we'll edit it. Our guys will edit it, and his guys will edit it. So probably be two different videos, even though a lot of the fish are going to be the same fish caught. But we caught quite a few fish between 3 and 5 pounds. We had a difficult time locating the fish because we were doing a lot of looking. We were looking for school fish. This time of the year, the fish are schooled up better than they are any other time of the year. You can find big schools of big bass. And if you find them, generally you can catch them. These fish were mostly 3 to 5 pounds. Might have caught one pretty close to 6, but mostly 3 to 5 pound fish. And we caught a bunch of them. I took Chris out yesterday evening. She hadn't got to fish all week. And I took her out yesterday evening, and we fished about the last 3 hours before dark. We liked to never found any. We finally found a big school and caught 28. And they were really nice ones too. And she was catching them on a plastic worm, 12 to 15 feet deep. I was catching them slow rolling a spinnerbait, 12 to 15 feet deep. But once we found those fish, we kept several doubles. But this time of the year, you want to be looking for those school fish if you're bass fishing. You want to be trying to find those schools late summer, early fall, which is where we're in right now. That's when you want to be finding school fish. Josh told me, and I can't tell you the lake or he'd kill me, and then I wouldn't be here to do next Sunday's chat. And Scott and Josh, they'd probably throw him in jail for killing me. I mean, I would imagine. But I can't tell you the lake, but he found a school of bass. He said it had about 40 bass in it. He thought every one of them was over 7 pounds. That's right. In a lake here in Oklahoma. And he said he could not get those fish to bite. He said he's tried everything. He's thinking about going back in and fishing some live bluegill in them. But he said they were all over 7 pounds. And I might try to get over and fish with him one day this week if I can, if he's not guiding. Josh guides a lot, does a lot of crappie guiding, bass fishing guiding, and he's just a sensational young fisherman. I think him and his partner finished second in some big crappie trail this year in the nation, or finished second or in second place right now or something. But anyway, so I had a great time with Scott Martin and McCoy. The guy that does a lot of shooting for him. His son Jacob was here with him, and we just had a great time here at the ranch. And been quite a while since Scott was here. We did a Scott Martin challenge on this lake several years ago, and it had been a while since Scott had been here. We did lose a drone up on the mountain across the lake. We crashed a drone up there, a brand new $2,000 drone. Belonged to Scott, not to me. I told him, I said, leave your controls here because you're not going to need them, and if I find that drone, I'll send it back to you. But we actually went up on the mountain and found the drone. So Scott got his drone back, and it saved McCoy from getting killed because I think he was going to kill McCoy. But he said he was going to fire McCoy, but he wasn't. McCoy's just too good. He wasn't going to. And I told McCoy, I said, Scott told me that if we actually found that drone up on this mountain, he's going to give you a bonus. I've heard him say something about $500. So I don't know what happened there, but we had a great time with them. Chris loves the live scope because we go out there and I tell her, throw over there, throw over there, throw over there. And she throws over and catches a big bass. And she just keeps fishing while I'm fooling around looking at the locator and watching the live scope and everything. She just keeps fishing. So, and she obviously caught more than I did, but it's absolutely a great thing to be using. So we've had a great week here at the ranch. We've had a lot of things happening with the illness of Lucy and the walk with Milburn that kind of made this week kind of a roller coaster ride as far as emotions. But can I tell you, I just try to keep my attitude like 110% all the time. I am just like, I'm a joyous type person. I just believe in living in solid joy. And we got a lot of bad things, a lot of negativity going on in the nation. We got a political season out there where everybody's calling everybody else liars, and I think they're all right and they're all correct. They all are lying. But we got a lot of people trying to run down the country. They're trying to change America. They're telling us how bad a country we live. We live in the greatest country in the world. We are the greatest people in the world, Americans. Can I tell you that? We're the greatest people in America. And whether we are black or white or Asians or Latinos or it doesn't matter what we are. We're Americans, man. We're the greatest people in the world. And I want to end this thing, and like I said, it's not going to be a real long chat because we're getting kind of late in the evening, and I just wanted to get this thing out here. I've been tied up all afternoon, but Chris just untied me just a few minutes ago. It was a lot of fun, though. Don't you tell her I said that. Oh, my goodness. I get myself in trouble here without any doubt. But I just wanted to end this thing to tell you, with all of the bad things that's going on in this country, all the negativity that we hear, a lot of you don't ever listen to the news, and that's good. That's smart. Don't listen to the news. Let me tell you, we are created by the individual, by the God that spoke the world into existence. Spoke the world into existence. Think about that. He created everything that you look. As you turn and look in any direction, you know, I've been on some of those ranches in Texas, and they go up on a hill, say, Jimmy, look over there. You see how far you can see? That's all my ranch. I've been on those ranches like that, 20, 40, 50,000 acres, as far as you can see in every direction. Guy can't drive off of it in one day in a pickup truck. And but God created all that. God created all that. And I tell you what, the good thing that God did too, once he got all that stuff done, he created men. He created a man and a woman, a couple teenagers out there, and he put them in there, and he told them, y'all have fun together and we'll populate this world. And we did. And God created you and God created me. And I just wanted to end this with just this thought right here. We need to try to become all that God created us to be. If we just knew what God saw when he looked down here and saw us, he created masterpieces. He created great people. He's looking at us and he sees us at our maximum 100% full potential. He doesn't see us. He doesn't see us. He sees us. He sees us perfect. He sees us in the best light possible. And he actually even provided a way for us to be perfect, for everything that we've done wrong to be washed away. He provided that. But you need to try to be the person that God wanted you to be this week. And when you do, God created you to be successful. He created you to be happy. He created you to be healthy. He created you to be fruitful. Some of y'all out there probably wanting to have a child and maybe hadn't been able to have a child. All Chris and I had to do was hold hands, you know, when she got pregnant. That's right. That's all we were doing, holding hands. And she got pregnant. But my daughter Sherry, on the other hand, she did everything in the world and finally had two beautiful boys that now, and we've got grandkids and great grandkids. So that's all work. But God can, he wants you to be fruitful. He wants you to, if you want kids, he wants you to have kids. And he wants you to be successful. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to be joyful. He wants your life to be full. He wants your life to be full of the things that make you happy and make you glad. He wants you to be a great influence on other people. He wants you to be important in other people's lives. And you can do that. You can do that so easily. You do it one way, just by being joyful yourself. And you know, God, in writing, you know, I get fired up because I'm spending so much time in the Bible. I get fired up trying to pick out those Bible verses. And you know, Sean Hannity on television, he ends his show and he said, let not your hearts be worried, or something like that. And I got to looking, and that's in the Bible a lot. And Jesus is the one that said that. And what he's talking about is don't worry, don't be anxious for anything. Don't worry. And I picked out a couple scriptures to write devotionals on that for next year's devotional book. But you know, God wants you to be all that you can be, and it starts right here. It starts right here. You get right in your heart, you get right in your head, you put God first in your life, you honor him in all that you can do, you keep a smile on your face, you be a positive influence to everyone you touch this week. You know, like my buddy Rick made a comment yesterday or the day before, and he said he smiles a lot. It makes people wonder what he's up to. Yeah, and you know that old song, you smile. That makes them think you just got away with something. Why? Because you just got away with something. You have eternity guaranteed to you. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great week this week. I can't wait. I'm anxious for this week to happen. We're going to be here on the ranch all week, so that's going to be great. You know, I about went broke all this year because all my personal appearances have been canceled, but we got the television show planned again for next year. Just got a contract in this week from the Discovery Channel, CBS Sports, the Pursuit Network, WFN, Heartland Network. We'll be on about a dozen networks, and the television show is going to be bigger than ever. We're going to somewhere in the line hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're very, very close to 500,000 friends on Facebook. So y'all are you're sharing out there and telling other people about us. And golly, it's just, life is good today. God is great and life is good. I'm telling you, go out there and have a great one this week. And remember, I love you.